In this video tutorial, you'll learn how to create your own restaurant reservation website in WordPress. Starting a website can be scary, especially if you don't have a lot of technical knowledge. But don't sweat it. We've helped thousands of people create their own websites online using WordPress. So we've put together the most comprehensive step-by-step guide to help users like you get started on their websites right away. I recommend you stick with this tutorial the whole way through to the end because I'm going to show you everything you need to know to start and run a successful restaurant reservation website. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to do things like purchase a domain name and a hosting plan, how to create and install themes, as well as how to create pages, menus, and so much more. Now, if you follow each step in this tutorial to the end, I can promise you'll end up with a beautiful website that'll look something like this. This is the homepage, and you can see the cookie bar here, which you will learn to add in this video. This is the first page that a viewer will see when they open your website. Moving on to the second page, which is the menu, where visitors can see the food varieties you have in your restaurant. Next is the bookings page. Here's where visitors can fill up this contact form to make a reservation in your restaurant. Visitors can either visit this booking page or they can click on this button here in the header, and this will redirect them to this page. The contact page here displays all the contact information, like your restaurant's contact number, address, and the location of your restaurant. Visitors can fill up this form to contact us for their customized queries. And then this is the About page. You can use this page to give the customers a little insight on your restaurant and how it's different from your competitors. You can display the achievements and your client testimonials as well. And finally, you have the Privacy Policy page. A privacy policy page is a document required by law that discloses the information you collect about visitors on your website. This makes the process of creating a restaurant reservation website very easy. So, now I'm just going to show you how you can create this beautiful restaurant reservation website in just a few easy steps. But before we get started, we post WordPress-related content and tutorials pretty regularly. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Now, let's get started. The very first step in creating a website is buying a domain name and a hosting plan. So, the very first step of creating a website is buying a domain and hosting. The domain is the name of your website, for example, www.yourwebsite.com, and the hosting is what puts your website on the internet. Right now, I'm on the FixRunner website. Here, we will first search for the domain we're looking for to see if it's available or not. I'll link this in the description below. Now, here, enter the name of the domain you want. So I'll just type FixRunner.com. Then click on Search. And as you can see, we get a notification that this domain is available and we can register it. So now let's move on to step 2, which is to buy hosting and domain. Click here to get hosting and domain. And you'll be redirected to SiteGround. SiteGround, in my opinion, is one of the best hosting providers out there, so we will be using SiteGround to buy our domain and hosting. And now scroll down a bit, and we see SiteGround offers 3 plans: the Startup, Grow Big, and Go Geek. For beginners, the Startup plan is more than enough. It offers one website, that is, you can use one domain with this plan. It gives 10 gigabytes of web space, 10,000 monthly visits, unmetered traffic, free SSL, and much more. The other plans offer more features, but for beginners, the Startup plan is sufficient. So click on Get Plan. And here we have to register a new domain. So here type in the name of the domain you want. If you want your site to be .in or .org instead of .com, you can select that from here. Then click on Proceed. Now here, first you'll have to enter your account information, which you will then use to log in to SiteGround. Then the client information is your domestic information, like address, name, and phone number. Then finally we have the payment information. Enter your card details there. Then here you can review your purchase information. You can review the hosting services. And as you can see, the plan is a startup. If you want to change the plan, you can do so now. Then select the period you want to buy the plan for. Since I'm not going to use this domain much, I'll just choose 1 month. But I recommend you to choose a longer plan as they'll be cheaper as compared to the short-term plans. You can also change the data center from here. SiteGround also provides some extra services if you want, like domain privacy and an SG site scanner. They're charged additionally outside the domain and hosting plan. Then finally scroll down and click here to confirm the terms and service. And you can enable this as well if you want to receive SiteGround news and special offers by email. Then click on Pay Now. Now, SiteGround will first verify your phone number. So you can choose how you want to verify your number. I'll choose the text message option. Then click on Next. Enter the code you received. And then click on Next. And now you have to verify your credit card. SiteGround will perform a small test authorization, so click on Next. And now you have to enter the authorization amount, which you can check for in your bank statement or contact your bank for it. After you've entered the authorization amount, click on Next. And you get redirected to this page. And here it says the order was submitted and your account is now being created. You just have to wait for a few minutes. And now, as you can see, the account was created. Let's now move on to the customer area. So, now that we've bought the domain name and the hosting plan, we'll install WordPress. This is the homepage. Let's start by clicking here on the Setup site. Now here, select Start a new website and choose WordPress. Now you have to set up the login details, which you will use to access the back end of your site. Here, again, SiteGround has an upsell where you can add the SG site scanner and domain privacy for extra charges. I'll just skip all that and click on Finish. The site is being created. Just wait for a couple minutes. Now let's start managing the site by visiting the Site Tools. This is the SiteGround dashboard. On the left-hand side, click on WordPress. Then click on Install and Manage. Scroll down to Manage Installation. Here you can see the domain name we purchased. Click here on this icon under Actions. Click on Start Now. And here we have to select a theme for our website. But let's skip this for now and let's log into the back end of our website. So this is our WordPress dashboard. And let's see how the website looks right now. Just click on Visit Site here. And this is our website right now. It has the default theme and no content. After installing WordPress, the first thing we'll do is install an SSL certificate. Before we start customizing the site, you can see here beside our domain, it says our connection is not secure. This is because we have not installed an SSL certificate on our site. To do that, let's go back to the SiteGround dashboard. Then click on Security. And then click on the SSL Manager. Then click here to select the SSL. Choose the Let's Encrypt Wildcard SSL. This is free with the startup plan. Then click on Get. And once the SSL is installed for our domain, now to finish up this process, we will install a plugin to make sure everything works correctly. So, back in your WordPress dashboard, go to Plugins, then click on Add New. In the search bar, type Really Simple SSL and press Enter. This is the plugin we will be using. It has a very good rating, and it's also compatible with our version of WordPress. So click on Install Now to start the installation. Once the installation is complete, this button will change to Activate. Then click on it to activate the plugin as well. Now we're redirected to the Plugins page. This is where you can manage all the installed plugins on your site. Now here you have this blue button that says Go ahead, activate SSL. Click on this button. You'll need to log in back to your dashboard after the SSL is activated. But before that, let's go to the website. And I'll just reload the site. And you can see it says the connection is now secure. So the SSL certificate was installed and activated successfully. Now let's log in back to our website's dashboard. After installing an SSL certificate, we will now install a theme for our website. This is where we will customize our website. From here we can add posts, add pages, install plugins, etc. These icons are appearing because of some plugins installed on our site, so let's disable them first. Go to Plugins, then click on Installed Plugins. SiteGround automatically adds these 3 plugins, so I'll just select these 3 plugins, then click here on Bulk Action, and select Deactivate. Then click on Apply. And if you notice, once these plugins were deactivated, the plugin icons were also removed from our dashboard. Now let's start by installing a theme. But we will not use a simple theme. The theme I'm going to show you lets you import a whole website that you can further customize according to your need. So go to Appearance, then click on A Theme. Then click here on Add New. Now here you have a list of themes that you can install. But we will search for a particular theme called Astra. This is the theme. You can click here to preview this theme. As you can see, this theme has a very good rating. So now click on Install to start the installation. And then when the button changes to Activate, click on it to activate the theme. Now here you see it says that Astra comes with dozens of ready-to-use templates. So to get them, click here to get started. This will install the Started Templates plugin on your website. Wait for a few seconds while the plugin is installed and activated. Now you have to select a page builder. The easiest page builder to use is Elementor. So let's select that. Now here you can look through these templates and select the one which you like. There are free options and premium options as well. Since I want to create a restaurant reservation website, I'm going to search for a template that looks more like a restaurant website. You can also search the same under categories given over here. So when hovering onto business, you can find restaurants and simply click on it. Various restaurant website templates are given over here. Select the one that you like. I'm going to select this one, and you can preview the template here. This is how your website template is going to appear. Here you can see this template comes with a home page, a contact page, an about page, and a menu page. You can add your logo from here. To do so, simply click on Upload File here. You just need to select your logo. Once uploaded, click on Select. And you can see your website logo has been updated here. Moving further, you can customize the logo width as well using this option here. Once everything is done here, let's click on Continue. Then here, select the colors for your website. You can choose from these palettes here. And then you can change the font for the website from here. You can see the changes in the preview. Then click on Continue. You have to fill in some information here, like your name, your work email, etc. Let me fill all these details here. And once done, click on Submit and Build My Website button over here. And now your site is being imported. Wait for a few minutes while your site's being imported. And once it's done, click on View Site. And as you can see, a very beautiful and professional site has been imported. This makes the process of creating a website a lot easier. Now that we've installed a theme, we'll need to install a plugin for receiving bookings and reservations on our website. To do so, you can see this is the dashboard of your WordPress website. Simply hover over onto Plugins and click on Add New. Here in the search bar, search for 5-star reservations. From the list of various plugins, you need to install and activate this plugin. So simply click on Install Now, and once it's done installing, now click on Activate. Let's now configure this plugin. To set up the reservation system, you need to create a reservation page first. To do so, you can create a dedicated reservation page here by giving your page a title over here, or else you can also skip this setup and add your page that is already created. So, let me create a page by giving it a title. Name it as per your requirements. Once done, click on the Create Page button. Step 2 is to set the timings and create a schedule. To do so, click on this button over here. You can set the schedule as per your requirement. You can set the time schedule from here, and select the start and the end time here like this. Once you're done, simply click on Save Schedule. Let's move ahead to the next step. Here in this step, you can set the minimum, maximum party size for bookings, choose how early and late bookings could be made, and you can even select the time interval between the bookings being made. Once everything is in place, simply click on Save Options here. And now click on Finish. We've set up the reservation plugin. You'll be able to see the booking summary here. After the plugin is installed and activated, it's now time to customize our theme. Now it's time to customize the theme. Go to Appearance, then click on Customize. This is where we'll customize the whole theme. You'll be able to see the changes in the preview on the right side here. Any changes here will be made on the global level. That is, any changes you make here will appear on your whole site. Also, these settings might be a little different for you. That's because this depends on the theme you're using. First, let's go to the global setting. Here you have various options: typography, colors, container, buttons, and block editor. Let's start with typography. You can change the preset from here. Here you can change the fonts and text on your website. You can see the changes taking place in the preview window. You can change the body font from here. You can change the size of the text from here. And you can configure the headings from here. Now let's go back. And let's look into the colors setting. Here you can change the colors on your site. We already changed the colors on our site, but if you want to change them again, you can choose from the palettes here. Or change the theme color, link color, etc. from here. You can even change surface colors here. Then we have the container settings. Here you can configure the layout of the site, but it's best to leave these settings to default. So now let's look into the buttons settings. Here you can change the buttons preset. And you can also change the text color and background color from here. You can even change the border color. You can change the button font from here. And on scrolling a little, you can configure other button settings like padding, border width, border radius, etc. You can also configure the block editor settings and make changes as per your requirements here. Now let's go all the way back, and we'll go to the header builder settings. This is the header of the website, and you'll be able to preview the changes here. Then click on Site Logo and Title. Here you can add the logo of your business. I've already added a logo earlier, but in case you want to change the same, you can do it from here. You can also set the site title from here. You can even enable or disable the site title by using this toggle switch here. Then the next is the site tagline. This will appear as your website title as well. You can enable or disable inline logo and site title as well. Everything can be customized here. The last setting is the site icon or fave icon, which is the small icon that appears near your website title. You can set that from here. I don't have a fave icon, so I'm just going to skip this part. Now, going back to header builder settings, you can configure the button settings here as well, which is here in the header of our WordPress site. Here you can edit the button text, button link, etc. You can link any page of your website here where you want to redirect the visitor. So, let's go to the dashboard and hover on to Pages. Then click on All Pages. I want to redirect users to the booking and reservation page, so click on View. And you can see the beautiful reservation page here. Simply copy the page link like this and paste it here like this. Moving back to primary menu settings, you can see this is the primary menu of our website. Under these settings, you can select any specific menu here and make it primary. You can adjust the width of the submenu from here. You can even add an item divider by enabling the switch. Once done, let's move to transparent header settings. You can enable transparent header on a complete website. You can explore other settings on your own here. Now, go all the way back, and then we have the breadcrumb settings. Here you can enable navigation breadcrumbs, but we don't need it. Then we have the blog settings. Here you can configure the blog post structure if you have blog posts on your site. You can choose what you want to display in the post structure and meta settings. And you can also do the same for the single posts. Then we have the sidebar settings. The sidebar is disabled for this theme, but if you want to display it, you can display it from here. Now let's go back and let's look into the footer builder settings. Here you have the footer layout. You can edit all these widgets just by clicking on this icon. So, if you want to edit anything, you can click on this icon and then make changes here accordingly. You can even change this image by clicking on this pen icon here and then select the image of your own choice here. You can even add a title and link to this image. Then for the social icons. You can add more social media icons from here. So I'm just going to add one more social media icon here, like this. Select the social media option from the list here. Once done, you can see the Google Reviews icon here. You can configure other settings here as well, like the footer menu settings or various widget settings. Then in the performance settings, you can choose to load Google fonts from here. You can also preload local fonts. Moving to site identity, here you can edit site title, fave icon, and the tagline. Now let's look into the menu settings. You can see the menu named Navigation here, which is our primary menu. And this is the menu displayed here. Click on the primary menu, and you can click on a menu item to edit it. You can add a title attribute, a CSS class, etc. To add more menu items, click here on Add Items. You can add more menu items like pages, products, or custom links from here like this. And you could remove the menu items like this. Now, back in the theme customizer, you can configure the widget settings from here. Moving next to homepage settings, you can see various related settings here. You can set any page as your home page. Under additional CSS settings, you can add a custom CSS code to customize your website. You can see how your website will look on different devices from here. It's important to make your store look good on all devices because most users are probably going to explore it using their phone. Don't forget to click on Publish to save all the changes we made. Let's view the website from the front end now. You can see how beautiful the website looks. You can see the primary menu here. As soon as a visitor clicks on this button, the button will redirect them to this page, which contains booking and reservation forms. Moving back to the homepage, let's scroll down to the footer. As we added the link to this image, so let's test the same. You can see the bookings page here. So, this was how to customize the theme. After customizing the theme, I'll show you how to edit the pages on our website. Now we'll edit the pages on the site. You can see various pages we have that have already been added in the menu here. We'll use the Elementor editor to edit the pages on the site, because Elementor provides a lot more customization options than the default WordPress editor. We'll edit the homepage first. To do so, click here on Edit with Elementor. Now you can customize each and everything given here on this page. This is the Elementor editor. You can simply click on any element to edit the content. For example, to edit this heading here, click on the pen icon here. And on the left, you can edit the heading as per your need. And you can see in the preview the changes take place. To customize the button, simply click on the respective pen icon like this. Here you can style your button accordingly. You can add a link to your button here. Simply copy and paste the link here. You can also edit button text, button font, etc. from here. Moving on to the next section, you can customize the heading and text given over here as per your need. Again, I'll simply link this button by moving to Button Settings and then pasting the link here. You can even change this image by moving under its settings. Simply choose the image, you can select it from the media library or upload one. And once an image is uploaded, select any. You can see the image has been changed here. Scrolling a little, let's change this image as well. Here, simply choose an image of your choice. Now you can set the image size from here like this. So I'm simply going to add a custom size for this image like this. Similarly, you can change every image and text that is here on this page. You can add more sections to this page as well. Once everything is in place, simply click on the Update button. We have tutorials on how to use Elementor. You can check them out on our channel. Now, to navigate to a different page to edit it, just click here, then click on Finder, and enter the name of the page you want to go to. Select the page from here. So this is the menu page, and here you can edit each and every image as well as the content. So let's start by editing this image over here. Under its settings, click on Choose Image. Select the image of your choice from here, and then click on Insert Media. Similarly, let's change this image here as well by repeating the process. I'm again going to change this image here. You can simply click on the content here and make relative changes. Everything can be customized here. So once all that's done, let's update the changes. Let's go back to the Finder and move to another page that we need to edit. This time, I'm simply going to search for a contact page. You can edit everything here. You can add your restaurant's contact details and address as per your need. You can see the Google map here. To add your restaurant's location, you can simply click on this edit icon and then add your location here. You can even use the zoom function. Everything's on you. You can see the contact form here. To configure its settings, click on the pen icon. This form has been created using WP Forms plugin. You can select any form from here to display that form here. You can also create a new form by clicking on the respective button. You can see various form templates here. You can select any that suits your requirement. I'll simply use this template. You can see this is the form builder area. You can add more fields here. And to edit particular fields, simply click on them. From the left, you can edit a field label or set the field format. You can even add a field description if you have one and make this field required from here. Similarly, you can configure other field settings as well and make changes accordingly. Let's now save the form. You can see the form has been updated here. You can select the forms from here as per your choice. Now let's update the contact page and save the changes we made here. Let's move back to Finder and search for the About page. So, as you can see, this is the About page of our restaurant reservation website. You can simply edit this heading here like this as well. You can edit this content here. To edit this image, move to its settings. Click on Choose Image. Select the image from the library or upload a new one. And you can see the changes here. So, you can see how easy it is to edit the website using Elementor. Once everything is in place, let's update the page. Now let's view our website from the front end. You can see how beautiful and customized the website is looking now. And as you can see, all the changes we made on the pages appear on the site. Now that you know how to edit the pages, let's move on and create a privacy policy page for our website. A privacy policy page is a document required by law that discloses the information you collect about visitors on your website. It's recommended to add a privacy policy page to your website whether you're a blogger, freelancer, or a business owner. So, to create one, in your dashboard, go to Settings, then click on Privacy. Here you have two options. You can either create a privacy policy page or use an existing page from here. So, let's click on Create to create one. And as you can see, a privacy policy template was loaded. You can edit this page as per your privacy policy. Then click on Publish. Now let's add this to our menu. Go to Appearance, then click on Menu. Search for Privacy Policy page here. Simply add it to the menu like this. And once added, don't forget to save the menu. Now I'll just reload the site, and the menu item was added. You can see the Privacy Policy menu item here. When I click on it, I'm redirected to the Privacy Policy page. So, now that we've created a privacy policy for our site, I'm going to show you some additional settings and plugins to help improve the functionality of the website. To do so, move back to the dashboard, hover onto Settings, and click on General. You can see various settings here, like you can edit the site title and edit the tagline. You can enable membership as well from here. You can also set site language, time zone, date format, time format, when the week starts, etc. So, everything is self-explanatory. Move next to Writing Settings. You can see various settings here and configure those as you like. We have some reading settings as well. You can select what your homepage should display from here. You can set the number of blog pages to display. And moving next to discussion settings, all the settings are self-explanatory, and you can explore these settings on your own as per your requirement. Next is the media settings. You can set various media-related settings like setting the thumbnail size. Next up is permalinks. WordPress allows us to create a custom URL structure, and that we can do here. You can select the permalink structure from here, or you can create a custom structure from here. I recommend you to do this only once when you're making your website. As of now, you can see this is how the permalink looks like, which has the page ID mentioned on it. So, to change it, you can select any structure from here and make it look more professional. So I'm going to select a post name structure here. Once done, click on Save Changes. And once the permalink structure is updated, let me show you the changes. On refreshing the page, you can see the permalink has been changed here, and it looks a lot more professional now. Coming next in the privacy policy settings, which we've already discussed earlier in the video. Now, if you have other people that help you run your restaurant, then you can add them to your site and give them certain roles on the site. To do this, go to Users. As you can see, right now there's only one user on my site, and that's me as the administrator. Just click here to add a new user. You need to add a username, email address, and password for this user, and you can assign the user role from here as per your choice. Then click on this button to add a new user. Now, let me show you some useful plugins that would add an additional functionality to your restaurant website. To do so, let's hover on to Plugins and click on Add New. First, I'm going to show you an image optimization plugin. We'll be using the Smush plugin. When starting a new website, many beginners simply upload images without optimizing them for the web. These large image files can make your website slower, so this plugin will compress and optimize these images for you. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now to start the installation. As you can see, this plugin has a very good rating and is also compatible with our version of WordPress. Once the installation is complete, this button changes to Activate. Click on it to activate the plugin. The Smush icon is now on the dashboard. So, click on the dashboard here. You can skip this. And the plugin automatically checks for images that need to be optimized on your site. You can see here we have 29 images that need to be optimized on my site. So simply click here on Bulk Smush Now, and the plugin will optimize those images. After a few seconds, you can see that all attachments have been smushed. There are additional settings that you can look into as well, like you can set the image size here. You can enable automatic compression, and you can explore other settings as well on your own. Then there is one more thing you can activate, and that is Lazy Load. So click here on Lazy Load under Smush, and lazy loading is the practice of delaying load or initialization of resources or objects until they're actually needed to improve performance and save system resources, as well as bandwidth conservation, and it makes pages load a lot faster. So just click on Activate. And Lazy Load is now activated on the site as well. Now, the next plugin I'll show you is the Health Check and Troubleshooting plugin. This plugin performs a number of checks on your WordPress installation to detect common configuration errors and known issues, and also allows plugins and themes to add their own checks. So again, go to Plugins, then click on Add New. In the search bar, type Health Check and Troubleshooting and press Enter. And this is the plugin. Click on Install Now to start the installation. As you can see, this plugin also has a very good rating and is also compatible with our version of WordPress. And once the installation is complete, this button changes to Activate. Click on it to activate the plugin, and then you get redirected to the plugins page. Now go to Tools and click on Site Health. As you can see, it says the website's health is good. And here you'll see any critical information about your website that needs your attention. And the plugin also has some recommendations for you to improve your site. Next, go to Troubleshooting. And here you can troubleshoot your site if you ever face any issues. You can just click on Enable Troubleshooting Mode, and it'll disable all the plugins and themes on your site. And you can then go on to enable the plugins and theme until you find the one that is causing an error. Okay, we're almost there, but we're not quite done yet. Before we finish editing the website, one of the most important things to do is to install a cookie bar on the site. Cookies are small files containing data sent by a website to store in the user's browser. Cookies are widely used on the web for storing information and providing a personalized browsing experience to users. So, we'll add a cookie bar on the site to get consent from the users to accept cookies. To do this, we're going to use a plugin. So, go to Plugins, then click on Add New, and in the search bar type Cookies and press Enter. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now to start the installation. And as you can see, this plugin also has a very good rating and is also compatible with our version of WordPress. Once the installation is complete, this button changes to Activate. Click on it to activate the plugin. And then you'll get redirected to the Plugins page. Here you see the server status is active and law is selected for the GDPR. Under the Cookie Banner tab, you can select the Consent template and also enable the banner preview. You can see the preview over here. Under Layout Settings, you can select the layout of the banner you want, and then you can see the preview accordingly like this. Under Content and Colors, you can set the color scheme. You can enable banner previews and check the changes here. Select any options that suit your requirement. Under Cookie Notice Settings, you can edit the title and the message. You can even edit the content and background colors from here. And on scrolling, you can see various related settings that you can configure. It's all up to you. Once everything is in place, simply click on Publish Changes. You can see various other tabs here which you can configure accordingly. The plugin provides a policy generator as well, where you can generate the privacy policy as well as the cookie generator policy. Now, let's check the website from the front end and see the plugin in action. Let me open up the URL in incognito mode. And when loaded, you can see the cookie banner here. This is how the plugin works. So, once the cookie bar is added, it's now time to see how visitors can make bookings on our site and how we can confirm them. To do so, let's create a test booking first. Let's move to our website's booking page. And let me fill out this form to make a test booking. Here, visitors need to select the party members. Once the details are filled out, simply click on Request Booking. You can see the messages here. Now let's look for how to confirm this booking. Moving back to the dashboard, hover onto Bookings and click on Dashboard. You can see the booking details here. You can also see the status here is pending. To confirm the booking, simply click on the respective edit link. Here you can check and edit the details and confirm the booking. You can see the booking status has now been confirmed. Moving back to the dashboard, you can see the booking status here. So, this is how you can accept and confirm bookings for your restaurant. And that's it. These are all the steps required to make a beautiful restaurant reservation website in WordPress. If you face any problems or you need help, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.